Hey guys, in this session let us learn about loops in shell. Loops are primarily used to iterate over a given range of values. Okay, say for example, if there are multiple numbers like this, if I need to print all these numbers automatically, loops will scan all these numbers and print all these numbers line by line. Okay, say for example, if I need to print 1, what I will do? I'll say echo 1. This will print 1. Likewise, if I need to print a range of values from 1 till 1000, then what you will do? You will say echo 2, then 3, then till echo 1000. Or you will say echo, in a single row you will specify all the numbers like this and specify the numbers till 1000. Is this really efficient? Not really. Why? Because you are repeating this process multiple times. This will take lot of resource, lot of time. If in case you make any mistake, then it is difficult to refer, right? So in this case, loops are very efficient. Okay, so let us see for loop. Okay, what this for loop does is, for loop will scan each and every numbers which are given and it will execute whatever task is given to it. So if I say to print all these numbers line by line, for loop will scan each and every number and automatically for loop print all these numbers till 1000 based on the task given by us in the code. Okay, so if I say echo 1, this will print 1. If I print a range of number from 1 till 6, I can print like this. Or if I need to print line by line, I will use this option -ne. Okay, so this -ne will print all these numbers in each line, provided you need to use \n. So this \n tells the shell to print the numbers line by line. Okay, now you can see all these numbers are printed in a single column vertically. So these numbers are printed horizontally since we didn't give any options, right? Now I have printed 6 numbers. So this is very easy, right? Similar to this, the example that we had seen earlier, we have to print numbers from 1 till 1000. Now what can be done? So in this case, what you can do is, there is a command called seq, sequence. So if you say sequence 1 till 1000, this will print all the numbers from 1 till 1000. Okay. So this is one efficient way to print all the numbers, but this will print only the numbers from 1 till 1000. Okay, this will not provide any additional tasks. Okay, if I need to perform any mathematical operations on all these numbers, I cannot do anything. Okay, so in this case I will use a for loop. So I can use numbers like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and do echo $i $x, okay, and done. So here what I did is, I am using a for loop. Okay, always for loop scan all the number from starting number till ending number. Okay, when the ending number is printed or the task is completed, this for loop will be terminated. That's it. Okay. So here what I given is for x in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this means x is a variable. As we already seen in the variable class that we can declare any variable. So whenever you are using a for loop, always you need to use a variable like this. Okay. So this is called as iterator. And all these values are called as iterable. Okay. And this whole execution, okay, each and every execution is called as iteration. Okay. So this iterator act on these iterable, which are the values, and the operation which is performed is called as iteration, and the result will be whatever task that is given will be done and output will be printed. Okay. So first let us see the iterations. So here x is the variable which stores all these values for each iteration. Okay. First iteration will be x is equal to 1. Okay. Do is a syntax. Whenever you are using for loop, you have to use do. Okay. You have to type do and then tell the shell to perform the operation or the task that is required. Okay. Then at last, to end the loop or terminate the loop, you need to use done. Okay. Always this is the syntax. For, do, then give the task, then done. Okay. So in this case, in the first iteration, x value will be 1. Second iteration, x value will be 2. Then it goes on till x value is equal to 5. Okay. After x value is 5, then the loop will be terminated. Done means to terminate the loop. Okay. So here I have given the task to print the values of x. Right. So when x value becomes 1, 1 will be printed. When x value becomes 2, during the second iteration, 2 will be printed. Okay. Then again third iteration, then fourth iteration, then fifth iteration. Okay. So when x scans this 1, this loop will go until this echo $x, then again it will go to the next number. So this is second iteration. Then it will again go to echo x, then again the loop goes to the starting point and scan 3. Then 3 will be printed. Again the loop will be scanning the 4. So this is how for loop work. Okay. So you can draw a flowchart like this. Okay. Start. So if there is a loop, so here x value will be 1 first. Okay. So if the numbers are still yet not scanned, then this will print echo $x, which means 1. Okay. So this will be termination. Terminator. So now again x value becomes 2 during the second iteration, then 2 will be printed. So here if the loop is completed, so here I will say yes and here I will say no. If the loop is not completed, then print the number, and if the loop is completed, then terminate the loop. Okay, so this is the high level flow chart that can be used to understand this loop. Okay, so you can also use the sequence to use the loop. Okay, so I can use sequence 1 till 15. So I will use a semicolon and print all the values in a single line. Okay, so this is also similar to how you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also type 1 till 15, or you can use this sequence to print all these numbers. Okay, so here I have used dollar symbol. Why? Because whenever you are using a command, you need to specify that command inside dollar and this parenthesis. Okay, or you can use backtick like this. We'll see this in the future session. Okay, so I have used the Linux command directly in the command line. So the same command can be used in a loop using this dollar symbol. Okay, and similarly, if I need to specify any calculations, okay, so I can use expr to perform any calculations. Okay, I will say $x divided by 2, then done. Now you can see I have divided each and every numbers in the loop and printed. Okay, so here I have scanned each and every numbers using this X iterator, and I am using that iterator inside the loop. Okay, so this X value will be substituted for each and every different values which are there for each and every iterations. Okay, and all these values will be divided by 2. Okay, 2 divided by 2 is 1, so that is why 1 is printed. Then 4 divided by 2 is 2, that is why 2 is printed. Then 6 divided by 2 is 3, 4 and 5, that is why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is printed. So this is called as the task or the operation that I am giving, right? So inside this do, I am telling this loop or the shell to divide each and every numbers in the iterable with 2. Okay, so this is the difference between typing sequence command and using a loop. Okay, I can also do the same thing like this, but this sequence will print only the sequence of numbers. So this will not divide any numbers by 2 or any other calculations that I am expecting. So that is why we are using loops. Okay.